Hey, how's it going, guys? Today we're going to learn how to put a new grip on a graphite shaft. So if you're anything like me, you're sick of going to golf stores, getting treated like shit by the guys that work there, and they ask you, you sure this is what you want when you want new grips on your clubs? So I figure why not do it yourself. So here, I'm going to teach you how to do it today. So you need a few simple tools to make this process easy. The first thing you need is a vise, okay? Second thing you need is a nice rubber insert so you don't damage your shaft. And with graphite shafts, you don't want to kind of go as tight as you would with a steel shaft, because you don't want to damage the shaft. All right? So here we go. We've got it on in a good place, and we're going to lock it in the vise. Okay, so let's lock that in there. And again, we're not going to go too tight, just enough to hold it in place so it doesn't move. All right, so the next thing we need to do is remove the old grip. Now with the graphite shaft, again, we don't want to go as aggressive with taking the grip off because we don't want to mar up the shaft. So we want to kind of use this like sideways cutting method. Whereas a steel shaft, you could go straight down into the shaft and won't do anything. With this, we want to be a little more gentle, right? Especially with the driver. Most important club in the bag. So as you can see, it's coming off nicely. You want to put a sharp blade on your utility knife before you start this. And you can just peel it right off, as you can see. Just peel it right off. Try not to cut yourself. And when you get to the end, you can just rip it right off and throw it away. Okay, so the next part of the process, now that we have the grip off, is we have to take this old tape off and we have to get the shaft clean. Okay, so the old tape, you know, you're gonna have to try to scrape it off at first. You could buy one of these scrapers, which is kind of beveled and matches the shaft shape. It's round. All right, so let's start scraping the shaft and see how well the glue comes off. So as you can see, it's not perfect, but it's coming off. So we're gonna get off what we can for right now. Gonna get off what we can, and then we're gonna apply some heat to it to get the rest off. As you can see, we've scraped the shaft, but there's still lots of remnants on it. So we can't really have that if we're gonna put a new grip on. So what I like to do is I have a heat gun right here, Wagner. We wanna heat the shaft up a little bit. You don't really have to do too much because this is about 750 degrees. So you don't have to do too much, and it's maybe a little less on graphite than you would on a steel shaft, because you just don't want to mess it up. So that should be fine. So I'm just gonna get some of these dingleberries off here. As you can see, we don't want any dingleberries. Okay, so to get the shaft fully clean, we're gonna take our grip tape solvent, old t-shirt or a rag, and we're going to spray some of this on here, and we're going to get it nice and clean so then we can apply the new grip. As you can see, that's cleaning that up really nice, getting all those little pieces of tape off there. Look at that, it's like it's brand new. We'll put a little more on there, make sure it's fully clean. Look at that. It's like it's brand new, right out of the factory. So now we're going to take our grip tape. There's many different products out there. I like the strips because it takes a lot of the work out of it. They're already cut for you. It's double-sided, so you have to get all of the tape exposed, and then we're going to wrap it around the shaft. Give me a second here. Okay, so now we have our double-sided piece of tape, and we're going to wrap it nice and straight around the shaft. We'll try to do a nice neat job here.
So sexy.
Yeah, isn't it? Isn't it? So we'll wrap it around nice and carefully here. There we go. Make sure it's overlapping, and then you want to take a little bit and stick it inside the end of the shaft. There you go, just to make it easier to put the grip on. All right, now that we've done our preparation, we're ready to install the new grip. We're gonna put our new grip on. Here we have the Golf Pride Tour wrap, mid-sized we're going with this. So we're gonna take our grip tape solvent, a lot of different products. This just happens to be the Brampton. You can get it on Amazon. I would say put a good amount on there. Make sure you cover the whole length of the tape. You can think of this as like the catalyst that gets the tape and the grip to bind together. You want to fill up the grip till you see it start leaking out the end there. And now we're going to put it on. Okay, so kind of put it right on there. My favorite part. Kind of like putting on a condom. And then you're going to take it, and you have to make sure that the grip seats at the end of the club. Otherwise, you'll have a little floppy part at the end of the grip. We're holding the grip tight here for maybe 30, 40 seconds. Make sure it gets nice and seated in there. I'm just holding this t-shirt here just so it doesn't, the extra solvent doesn't spill on my clothes. So that feels nice and tight there. That's not going to move. As you can see, it doesn't move at all. So now we're going to take it off the vise, and we're going to look down at it and see what our alignment looks like. Look at that. It looks nice and straight right to the face of the club. Looks good. As you can see, we've done a whole set of irons there, all in the same grip.